what to do when you have no inspiration whatsoever for cooking dinner. I'm in the pantry today. Because I have no inspiration on what to cook for dinner tonight. So I'm in here to take a quick look at what's in the freezer, see what I can get inspiration out of the deep freeze, see what I've got up on my shelves. I haven't been shopping in a little while, so things are getting a little bit low again, and see if I can come up with something. In the freezer is a boneless butterflied chicken. So this is a Greek style lemon and herb flavored chicken. It's had all its bones removed out of it. So I think this might be the start of our meal. And then we'll just start throwing some other stuff in it. So I'm going to stick this in the microwave and get it defrosted so I can get that sorted. So that chicken, not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm going to come in here and see what vegetables I've got in my jars, what I've got canned up so far, and see what I can come up with to go with the chicken. I'm thinking something with brown rice, and then some kind of a veggie mix to go with it. So I'm just going to see what I've still got in here. So I've got some small bits of potato that I've done, so I might take those out. I can do a lot with the potatoes. I do still have plenty of tomato and pumpkin. I'm thinking the pumpkin, but I might go with one of the bigger ones. So this is some canned pumpkin. So we have the canned pumpkin and the canned potato, so I'm going to use some of that. And what I might do, just to throw in some extra vegetables, which is always a good vegetable to throw in because it just hasn't really got a lot of flavour, and it'll just take on whatever flavours you're cooking it into, and that is some dried zucchini. Alright, so for anyone who has never seen one of these butterfly chickens before, they are basically a chicken that's had all its bones removed out of its middle. Now this is still a little bit frozen, as you can see, and then it's just covered all in the flavouring, which is lemon and herbs, and it's still got its skin on. So it's up to you whether you take the skin off of it. I'm going to leave it on because it'll add some extra flavour to my dish. Now, because there's no bone in here, it makes it so easy to cut up. You can either put this straight in your oven like that and just bake it off, or because I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with this, it's not going to be what the recipe packet says it's going to be. I'm just going to carve it up a little bit. It is a little easier to carve it up while it's frozen. So I'm just going to carve it up into smaller pieces. Now this, because I'm doing it in my pressure cooker, it will actually break apart by the time I'm finished cooking it, so it will be actually really nice and soft and tender. So I'm just cutting it up into some bigger chunks so that I can actually fit it in. Alright, so I've had my saute on, it's heating up, getting ready, so I'm just going to sort of kind of brown this off a little bit and get it going. But until it's nice and hot, I'm going to give me a clean up and go from there. Just so you know, if you want to do that as a roast chicken, it is really, really nice. The lemon and herb flavour is not overpowering. It is really nice with just some roast vegetables or some rice on the side. It is... I have some animals wandering around in here that shouldn't be. Let's just let ourselves in the kitchen today. You two. Come on. Out. Go on. Psst. Go on. Go. Can get your bed. Go on. Always an interruption somewhere. This is nice and warm in here now, so I'm going to get this chicken in here and get this browned off a little bit, and then I'm going to put it through to get it cooked up in the pressure cooker. Back in the pantry here, I need a couple more things out of here just as a bit of some flavouring. I'm not sure whether I want to go with a white sauce or a gravy, like a lemon rosemary gravy flavoured. Potatoes, pumpkin, zucchini, and I've got chicken. So I'm going to make that into like a white sauce, kind of like a chicken pie filling, but not going into a pie, because we had a pie a few days ago. We had a veggie pie the other day. So I could make that with a cheesy white sauce. It would be really nice. But I think, because that had a cheesy white sauce in it the other day, I'm thinking I might go with some of this lamb and rosemary gravy that I have here. It's a lighter flavour gravy. It's not as heavy a gravy as a normal gravy, because I don't really want a curry. I'm not in the mood for a curry. So I'm going to go with some of this and make a bit of a curry sauce to go on my vegetables and the chicken. I know the chicken's already got a lemon and herb flavour. That will just add to it, because this is lamb and rosemary, so it'll just add a lemony herb flavour. I've had that chicken before, and it's not a really big flavoured chicken, so this I think will go really quite nicely with it. And then I'm just going to serve it with some brown rice, and I think that is going to be a really nice. I can imagine. I'm imagining this meal as I'm talking to you guys about it. I can see it in my head. I can see the potatoes, the pumpkin, and the zucchini and the chicken all mixed together with a nice lamb and rosemary gravy over it, and then put over top of some brown rice. So it's like a stew kind of thing, but it's not. So it's, yeah. So this is going to be really. It's going to be really nice. I think it's going to taste really good. This is one of my see what's in the cupboard and be inspired meals for you guys. And so now I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to put all this together. So we're going to get back into the kitchen. So I've put some of that gravy in here, and now I'm just going to add in some zucchini, just a couple of handfuls. So I'm just going to give you a look at the pumpkin after this has been pressure canned. So this is pressure canned, so it is quite soft and mushy. Pumpkin does come out that way, so it'd be a really great thing you could use to make pureed pumpkin scones, anything like that. So this will break down in here as it heats up, but it'll just add some flavour in there. And you'll see that the potato liquid is really quite starchy. Don't stress about that. Just empty it out, give it a good rinse. So I'm just going to go to the sink and give it a rinse. The potatoes on the top here, you may be able to see it, I'm not sure if you will. They're a little bit on the browner side. That it just happens when they aren't covered in water. They are still perfectly fine to eat. So I'll show you that this is a little bitty pumpkin. Like, they are the pretty much the texture of what you would cook a potato to for a potato salad. So you can use this jar quite easily to make potato salad. So but today it is going in here, and this is a lot of potato for this meal, but it will bulk it up nicely. So this is looking really, really nice. Looks really yummy. Looks a lot of flavours happening in this one today. So that's not a lot of ingredients into it, but it will taste really good. So all I need to do now is to give this a taste test. And yeah, it's got a lemony, herby flavour, rosemary flavour to it. It's quite a strong flavour, but I'm just going to have to add some more water into it anyway, just because I've got the veggies, the dehydrated veggies in there. Looks like an awful lot of water I've added to it, but you can see the zucchini still hasn't really started to plump up yet. So they are still needing a lot of water. So this will now, I'm just going to put this onto a high slow cook mode and just let that cook out for the rest of the day. And it will be really nice when it's finished. Hey guys, so that is that. That is a what are we having for dinner? That is a throw something in a pot and cook it up. So it was very simple. I've just used some meat that was meant for roasting, which had flavour. You could have used a chicken that didn't have a flavour on there, or you could have used a beef or whatever. And some gravy to add some flavour and some texture to it. And just some vegetables that I have canned up. Now it's just a matter of letting that cook away in there for the next couple of hours. I've made some rice for myself, so this will be cooked through enough by the time I head off to work, and then the others can just have some rice with it and cook it up for their dinner for tonight. So guys, thanks for joining me here again, and I hope that this was an inspirational video to you guys to show you that it is very easy to just throw some things into a pot. If you don't have a pot, you could have used any kind of pot on the stove to cook it. It would just take that a little bit longer. You could use a slow cooker. Obviously I'm using the slow cooker part of my pressure cooker, but I have used the pressure cooker just to get that chicken cooked up a bit further and a bit quicker, because I don't always have a lot of time to just let chicken cook. So you could roast it in the oven. You know, if you've got some of this chicken left over from the night before, you could do the same thing. It just needs to add some vegetables and some gravy to it, and then add some rice underneath it, and you have a beautiful yummy meal to eat. That was really quick and really easy to do. So, and I really hope that these videos are helping and inspiring you guys. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and check out any of the other videos that pop up here for you, and we'll see you on the next vid.